So I have a wildebeest in my office. Okay, it's stuffed, but it's special because it was signed by Richard Stallman. And if you're watching this, you may probably already know who Richard Stallman is. He is an interesting person, amazing guy who influenced the entire free software movement and founded it, moved it to where it is. It all incorporates with Linux. I went to his talk last night. He's eccentric. He has 14 honorary doctorates too. So he's a guy who I don't agree with everything he says, but it still was cool to meet him in person. He's definitely happy. I love how he smiles during the whole talk. It's just, look up his talks on there. He goes on. Maybe some people say he has a little bit of a tinfoil hat. We've proved, though, some of his ideas were right when he was talking about surveillance and things like that years ago. They've come back full circle and said, hey, look, that's accurate. But it was fun doing Q&A with him. He's such a brilliant guy and passionate about free software. And I love someone who's so principled like that. He is just so hyper-focused on what he does. It was interesting to meet him, and I did get an autograph. They had a little auction, and so I actually donated to the free software for the auction, and he signed a wildebeest for me, which is pretty cool. So it was, like I said, very interesting guy to meet. He's unusual in person, as I always expected him to be after watching several videos. And one of my friends said, will he have shoes on? No, he doesn't do his talks wearing shoes, but no one questions that. He just has some weird, quirky behavior. But the shtick he did at the end with the Church of Emacs, loved it. It was really, he loves puns, and it was fun to watch him. You can find that online as well. So that's my quick little review of going to see Richard Stallman. If you're into free software or you want to see something like that, definitely go to it. It was held at Oakland University, is where he just was. I know he's got a whole travel circuit. He goes to college. Interesting thing. I expected to draw a lot of what they refer to in the Linux world as the old graybeards. I was the old man there. There was a couple other older people, but there was a lot of young people, and that kind of inspires me. I see a lot of them now interested in this free software movement, and I'm really excited to see the next generation hopefully pick this up, because some of the old graybeards are getting pretty old. Richard Stallman's no spring chicken himself. He's been doing this since the 70s. He founded a free software in the 80s for the Free Software Foundation. So he's still going strong here in 2016, but people don't live forever. We do need more people to pick it up. So I was excited to see a bunch of young people doing Q&A with him and be curious about the whole free software movement. So definitely check him out. I was excited, got to meet him. It's great. Thank you.